We are ranking every single Vanguard in Marvel Rivals, but based off how well they're going to be in Season 2. And to top that off, to make sure we're accurate and actually have some information here backed by science, I've got some of the patch notes that we're going to talk about. And just so I'm not biased, I also have Zeke here. The first person that we're going to rank is Captain America. I like Cap a lot. I think he's an absolutely terrible Vanguard. I think if he's your only tank, you're probably going to lose this match.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to have another tank if you're running Cap.
I used to play Cap a lot, but I played him as a DPS, not as a tank in the slightest. I was not standing in front of somebody with the shield. Here's the patch notes for Season 2, which makes him even worse than what you guys are already considering in your mind, okay? They reduced his base health from 675 down to 650, and they reduced the shield value of Living Legend from 400 to 350. I think he probably needs to go C. I don't want to say he's the worst, because that would be very rude, I feel like. But I think putting him anything above C is kind of preposterous, if you want me to be. I like it.
Side note, how about his team up with Bucky?
I did forget about that. I think it's more of a Bucky thing than anything. I think it really more adds to Bucky.
Yeah, Cap gets max health increase of 100, 5% damage boost.
I think it always comes back down to if you have a Cap, you have to have another Vanguard. Compared to some of these others, like if you just have one Strange or one Groot, I would say, yeah, you could probably make that work. But there's no way that you can make it work just with Cap. Moving into our next person, Doctor Strange.
God tier.
Listen, he has been from Season 0, arguably the best Vanguard that you can pick. I think he could easily be your only Vanguard and you could make that happen. So with the patch notes, we've got decreased damage per projectile and they reduced the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio. So they did make his damage a little bit worse. I mean, in my mind, no joke, I think Doctor Strange is the best Vanguard.
A little bias here as he's one of my mains, but the more that people are playing with the other Vanguards and after these latest changes, I think it kind of switches it up for me a little bit. I think there's at least one or two that can easily be above him.
Easily be above him? Are you serious right now?
I'd say so.
So what you think?
I'd go as far to drop him down to A tier.
So chat's also saying A. I will do the upper end of A.
Put him there. Yep. I think he's going to be borderline S, but I don't think he's quite there anymore.
So next up, we're going to look at Hulk, where he stands right now, and this is me pleading ignorance. So do not roast me in the comments here. I think he's probably B tier. I think he's. I think. You think he's better than that?
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Am I way off base?
I think that's a freezing cold take.
Dude, why? So chat's saying S. Am I that off? Is he that good?
I mean, dude, that's where I was kind of leaning.
Really?
I mean, let's look at his patch notes here. Increase in base movement speed from 600 to 650. So the boy's a little bit faster.
Right.
Reduce the cooldown on his shield 10 seconds, and then decrease the minimum charge time for his leap from 0.7 to 0.5. Okay. So your boy's just quicker, and his team ups are still kind of crazy. Okay, so that's fair too. So the new Gamma Squids that Namor is getting is pretty top tier. They did make our boy a lot faster. Okay. I'm sorry. His team up, he's faster. He's a big guy, but he's light on his feet. Yo, my bad, boys. I didn't know he was that good. That's crazy to me to say that he's better than Strange, but we are saying for Season 2. So therefore, I do think with the buffs, I feel okay putting him into S. If everyone's gonna roast me for it, I'll put him into S. Okay, boys. I'm grown. I'm mature. I'll admit when I'm wrong. You guys want to put a Hulk S tier? I'll let you put a Hulk S tier. But when the comments come for us and say UD's stupid, I'm blaming chat and Zeke immediately. It's happening. That's fair. I'll take it on the chin.
Next up, we're gonna do Magneto, bro.
Yes.
Let me shut up, dude. Shut up. There's no way you actually believe that.
There's no way you're not going to put him in S.
Dude, you've got to be kidding me right now.
Dude.
So listen, I'll actually say this. I'm not firmly convinced that he's absolute dookie tier because I thought I saw him being played a lot at like top tier, highest ranked people in the world. I mean, I just can't get over how dookie his ult is, man. And I know people have told me, oh, at higher tiers, when people actually know how to use it, the ult's so good. Magneto's actually really good. I don't know. Again, I'm going to plead ignorance here and say I don't know enough, but I do know that for season 2, they increased how much his ultimate ability cost.
I mean, that's just showing you they nerfed it a little bit, because in the higher tiers, I mean, if you had a good mag, you're shutting down a lot of defensive ults.
So, okay, now I see what you're saying. So your logic is they nerfed the ult because people who actually know what they're doing were doing a really good job with the ult. Is that what I'm hearing?
Can be kind of nasty.
He can one-shot every support through their ults.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, he's got good damage output, good shielding ability.
You got to be kidding me, bro. I'm going to put him up there, but I'm not happy about it. Not for a second. Here's what's crazy, right? Here's what I'm realizing as we're making this list. These characters are actually really good. I'm just really, really bad with them. Moving into Penny Parker. Before I even look at the patch notes, I'm going to say this yet again. I do not know how to play Penny, but I still stand by my argument of I absolutely hate her, and I don't think she's that great. I will say this, I know she got some buffs for this season.
I mean, dude, playing against a really well-seasoned Penny player is one of the most annoying characters to play against in this game. Her abilities and her playstyle has a very niche utility to it. Playing like a defensive map or something like that, like, she can be really good, but I think she kind of loses some of that utility in some of the other game styles.
These are actually some crazy buffs though. So her cyber web cluster now has a chance to crit, and it actually reduced the movement speed penalty while they were firing by half, which is crazy. So we're now have a chance to crit. We're moving faster while we're firing this. And the wildest buff here is they buffed her health from 650 to 750. So she now has 100 more health and moves faster and has a chance to crit. That's crazy.
With her unlimited ammo.
That's insane. Chat's saying, hey, do you agree with that? So in certain situations, she is by far the best Vanguard you could pick for that situation. Especially if you know what you're doing, you know how to use her. But she doesn't shine in every single situation.
That's what I would say.
Okay.
I completely forgot about her stun though. That's also actually kind of insane that she can cancel ults with a 3-second cooldown ability.
So with the buff, with the stun, I'm going to puts her up there pretty high. I think some negatives that she gets is, again, the situational bit of it and the skill ceiling to know the tech to actually play her. And it might not be that hard. I'll put her A. I think that's fair.
I'm okay with that.
Moving into the next person, we're going to rank Thing. So I have actually probably played Thing less than any other character that we're ranking here. He does some boxing style things. I think his clobbering time is a damage stun field that's like an AoE out in front of him in a cone. But I don't think he's like being played a whole lot at high tiers. Thing, again, is probably one of those where like he couldn't be a Vanguard standalone by himself. Probably definitely more so than Cap. I would say that though. I feel bad. I think a B. I think he's better than Cap. I'm still not going to play him as the only, or I still wouldn't want him as the only Vanguard on the team. Moving into Thor. Now Thor, I know, got a pretty good buff. Where I would have put him before, I'm not entirely sure. I've played a little bit of Thor. I am not good with him in the slightest, but that's kind of par for the course with every single Vanguard we put up here so far.
He's a thick DPS.
He could be the single Vanguard, but it's because they're absolutely fragging out with him. He's a thick boy DPS. So for this season, season 2, he got his base health increased from 525 up to 600, which is a pretty good jump. And they increased his base movement speed from 600 to 650. So he still has the same DPS ability. We're just moving faster and can take more hits. I'm fine with putting him high B. I think he's probably better than Thing, but that might just be ignorance because I've not played a lot of Thing. I think high B's solid because I consider him more a DPS than a Vanguard. I'm roasted. People are calling me dumb in the comments right now. I already feel it. Our next person, we've got Groot. Before we got started with this, I would have bet the farm that Groot was S tier. No matter what anybody had to say, I thought Groot was tippity top of the mountain. And if you try to tell me otherwise, I'm going to come through this monitor and I'm going to physically assault you.
You ain't got to worry about that because I was going to tell you go ahead and put him at the top of the mountain.
I feel like even if you're a bad Groot, you're still good because I've played Groot as a Vanguard and I'm arguably one of the worst players to touch this game ever. I feel like I do a pretty decent job. Yeah, I would say the highest of S tier. I truly think he's the best Vanguard. Moving into all 19 inches of my boy Venom.
The thick boy.
The thick boy. Did not get a change coming into this season. I love Venom, but I know Venom is mainly just a dive Vanguard. I think that's how you're supposed to play him. That's how I play him. I will say this. I think he is much better than Cap.
I agree with that. I put him one step above Cap.
I mean, I'd almost put him A, but I think that's biased because I actually know how to play him a little bit. And then finally moving into the last one, Mommy Frost. I played her for an hour the other day. Did not get MVP. I absolutely suck, but man, did I have a phenomenal time. It's tough to play with one hand, I'll give you that, but man, did I have a phenomenal time. Here's what sucks and what's going to hurt about this. I don't think she could be your only Vanguard.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we could put her A tier because there's no way I would put her on Doctor Strange's level. And maybe it's because I just don't know the tech yet. Her cooldowns are really quick. So you can throw up her barrier a lot and you can go into her diamond form and get damage reduction and get out of crowd control effects, which is nice. But I still feel like I was dying so quick with her. And if I'm a Vanguard and I'm trying to stand on the front lines and I'm dying super quickly, again, I'm bad, but still I'm dying super quickly. You can't be the standalone Vanguard. I love the kit. I think it's great. I just think like as a standalone Vanguard right now, she's not among the best.
Not there, yeah.
Which is tough because like she has the ability to do the choke slam, which can cancel ults. Her ultimate can cancel ults and also make people just walk towards you. So she basically has like a good stun lock there. I mean, her ult is probably her best feature next to the thighs. I'm probably going to put her B, low B. I can't put her next to Doctor Strange. I think this is pretty fair though. I think this is a pretty good split. I'm glad I had you in chat to ground me this time around because I would have been way off. This list would have looked awful and I would have been absolutely roasted, dude.